Hello and welcome to the Zielinski Games Christmas stream. Let me post this stream on my Discord server. How do I? I'm so modern these days. I have this other screen off to my side. We copy the link. Oh, I don't even have Discord turned on. Blah. Then we go here and we do like this. XMas stream. Okay, now I posted it. And then I will make sure the chat is visible. Live chat. I had one stream a few months ago where the chat was not visible. I missed the whole chat for the whole stream, which was I was like, no one's writing today, and then afterwards I saw lots of messages. That was quite fun. All right. See here. Okay. Trying to finish. So, what are we doing today? It's what I call the XMas, the Christmas stream. I used to close all my files, reset everything. And so I want to make a new build of the game before Christmas. And well, I can show the game. Oh, I should mute. Wait, I'm gonna mute the game because I have the cozy Christmas music on, and then I also have cozy music in the game. Oh, it's already muted. Good. It's actually the same music because I made this music yesterday, and I was like, maybe this can be used somewhere in the game. And then I was like, it sounds like Christmas music. So now it's just the music of the stream that's playing. So since last time I made a menu where you can go around like this. Well, I did show some of this on stream, but I finished it. And you have options where you can go into keyboard bindings, and you can change stuff here. And then there's the start button, and you can run around. Like, yeah, you can run around. Amazing. And then there's also the in-game menu that pauses the game, which has the same stuff mostly. You can continue playing. This one pauses the game in air like that. In order to make the pause in air work, I had to as usual, we're gonna make all the text very big for the stream. I think this is a good stream size. I think around this size, I noticed that if I put my phone in horizontal mode, then I can actually look at my streams on a phone, which, you know, a lot of people can't sleep when they watch their phone in the bed or something. So I've added there's both a game state, which is the, like, if we're playing normally, if we're in the space, or if, like, these are your, like, mini games in while you're playing. And initially I was like, oh, maybe the menu is like one of these, and but that got very messy, so I added a root state, as I call it. So you can be in the main menu, in the in-game menu, or playing. So you see the main menu just updates the main menu, and that does some stuff. But the in-game menu, which is this one, it first draws the world normally, and then it puts the menu on. So, but since it only draws the world, then we get this paused behavior. I had separated drawing and updating of the game, but it was just this, they were all done in the same function. It was a bit messy. So it's quite late to take that apart, but it wasn't that hard. So draw is now just like start with a clear background. And I also pulled the Raylib begin and end drawing stuff out from there, because then this can be then these two things can be done within the same frame. Because initially the end drawing initially got a lot of flickering here, because both this and this called end drawing. Then it went all crazy. So I did that. I also fixed the bindings was quite interesting. We have like keyboard bindings. I have a settings object in the game that currently only contains keyboard bindings, and a keyboard binding is an enumerated array from keyboard binding to a Raylib keyboard key. Keyboard binding is my logical keys, you know. While and then RL keyboard key is the whatever it maps to in the game, and that's what you saw in the menu here. This stuff. No, yeah, this menu is a bit cursed because it's so wide. I'm gonna have to figure something out there. It doesn't really work. We have this stuff, and yeah. And the menus I did like this. Wow. Menu. Keyboard bindings menu. This is just totally me coming up with random things. It was like, if you're inside the options menu, then it draws the options menu instead, and then I have a menu state that constantly sends in the menu depth and stuff, and then it knows from some I did make this mostly on the previous stream, so I just modified it a bit since then and stuff. But the options menu uses the default sort of sub menu stuff, while the key bindings things uses is totally custom, because it needs to go over the key bindings and draw a custom menu instead of this predefined style. So that's all nice, and this all works fine. What I do with my gather input is scroll too far. I unlocked the scroll wheel on my mouse and just pulled it, and then it's like pshum. So I just check the bindings is the B thing, so it's the keyboard binding. This checks is RL is key down, and then it checks this one. If this one returns null currently, I think it will be okay also. There's a few built-in keys here, and I always want enter up and down to work, so that even if you mess up your bindings, you can use this 3 to go around in menus and fix your bindings. And yeah. And I also added gamepad support, so I can play with my gamepad, which is the stuff you see here. It sort of says if the gamepad was the most recently used input method all the time, or for the gamepad up here it says true. And then I have added all the gamepad stuff. It works quite nice. I added so you can walk slower when you're holding the analog stick, a bit less, which is essentially just multiplying the movement speed by, because input dot, the stuff you get from Raylib, the x-axis between -1 and +1, right? So you can multiply your exactly. So you can multiply your input by that. This is how I implement a dead zone. You take the absolute value of your axis, check if it's over a certain value, and then you return that. Otherwise, you return 0. So if you have like this is quite good to have configurable. I don't have it right now, but you know. Because people have different gamepads of various brokenness. I have a very old DualShock 3 that usually requires slightly more dead zone than a brand new one. in Trackmania I have to put that one at like, yeah, slightly above the default. So I did all that. Today is the Christmas stream. And I am gonna try to do as much as possible to, on maybe Tuesday or something, I put up my maybe on Tuesday I put up my build, and for that one I want yeah, just as much as possible done. So what's missing here is, well, what's new maybe on the other hand is in this area here I have compacted down everything. I think I maybe showed this on last stream, but this is much more condensed now, so you can run between all the things, because this was the people who played the game were like, you should add a sprint button, and I was like, should I really add a sprint button? It's probably that the first level is too big for the compared to the rest of the game, so we just compacted it down. So I did that, and then if we go back to the start again, what I want to do is to turn this area into more of a tutorial, so we'll probably do that today. We'll be in our cave doing funny things. Because yeah, I have some ideas for that. And then I've also been working on the second level. Like I did that yesterday. So if we go to the second level, let's go there by placing a rocket and flying away in it. Where am I? Here maybe. Let's place a rocket here and fly away in it. Oh, I need to. Greetings, Mr. Cat. I am the space onion. Squirrel said you might know where to find a new acorn. These two still overlap a bit. I'm probably gonna change the color of the onion or something. That's what's supposed to happen at the end of this level, and you fly away. And then he asks what's the word. Oh, this one is supposed to not be visible. Oh no! Oh, wait, I know what happened. That's a bug that happens whenever you put the rocket at layer 4. Not on layer 4, or like it's on layer 0 rather. Because it, what happens there is that it goes behind some. It's essentially Z fighting with some other stuff on layer 0. Then you fly away to the stars. You have to fix that mountain, but that's no biggie. And you fly through the sky. What's the word of the day? Christmas. This cloud is having a day. Dum dum dum. Where? I know what the word of the day is. Sorry, I spoiled it. Go here. Here. Oh, one more letter. That moon needs to be reversed. It doesn't make any sense from where the sunlight is coming from. Pum, where? And then it's like, whoa, what's happening? And then, hopefully this code, I haven't tried this code in a long while. Bam. This one is still visible, it will disappear now. See if this still works. Yeah, there's a small glitch here, but that I know about. And then I've redone almost everything in this area, graphics-wise. You know, I have added this little attic on top. This inside here used to have this white texture, and there used to be a blue sky here and stuff. So I just changed it all. I wanted this place to look a bit different than the place you came from, which is on here. And then I also, yeah, but I still, the game is still supposed to only have 8 colors, which is when we can knock this door, bam. Gotta run. Then we have out here, I also finished fixing this shelf. I filled it up with books because it was quite empty before, you know. And this showcases all the colors in the game. These are actually the colors. The blue, green, these 8 colors here. Including the dark one in the back. And it's made by a guy called Polyforg or Polyfrog on low spec. So I made a frog here. Yeah. So done all that and then some more stuff. But now the question is if I should go. Yeah, I think either I will work on the tutorial or I will work on more graphics that comes after this. And hello, by the way, chat. Hello, Minebill. And thank you, Jerry, for tack. Yeah, I played. I was inspired yesterday and played some piano and tried to come up with some music for the game. So then I just recorded this thing and then I put it into the game and then I was like, oh, this is music I can use for the stream because it sounds Christmassy. Yes, so this is the starting area. But maybe I should just work on graphics because I'm a bit silly today. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We will do graphics, I think. So I want to replace the the oak tree because that one's always in. Okay, this one also needs to replace, but that's. I'm just gonna do that one day. It needs to be replaced in the sense that this I need to make a shaded base version and then animate that, because currently this is something I learned, that when you have already made a whole animation, adding the shading in afterwards is a bit of a pain, at least in my workflow. Now we can remove the silly rocket. So this oak tree I should remove and replace, and I don't know if I can reuse it later. Maybe not. I have another place where I need an oak tree later in the game. Because it's supposed to be Squirrel's home. And you can't really go inside. Which you won't be able to do. That's out of the scope of it. But I wonder if it's nice to have the door there. Because that makes it, you know, seem like someone lives there. But because I need to reuse it some. I mean, I can have an on-slot door I can put on top. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just make a big tree, and I think it's gonna be like from here to maybe here. It's gonna be huge, something like that. Yeah. And I have we have gotten a Wacom tablet, or this one behind me got it. And it's actually very nice. I thought like making pixel art, I usually do with the mouse, but I did all the bookshelf with it and stuff. It's quite nice. So let's go into it. First maybe I'll get some coffee, because I've made lots of coffee. So I will do that, and then maybe we'll draw a big oak tree. You can, if anyone watching has like opinions, like is it more fun to do the tutorial stuff? The tutorial stuff will be like over in the cave doing lots of chaining things together to make sure the beginning of the game is good. And this will be more like drawing lots of stuff in Sprite. But I will go get some coffee. Coffee. Cough. Right. Well, since no one has any objections, I will start with the tree. So I have my handy Wacom now. Let's see. I recently tried the Sprite dark theme. I was like, okay, theme, dark. And then I selected it and I was like, why is all these not properly dark? You see what I mean? Like I think it's just an inverted light theme or something. Right? Oi! Accidentally changed the scaling. 200%. Apply. Thank you. Let's see here. This one. How wide should this thing be? From here, this is... We can count with some of the stuff here. And we take a tile. It should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Like that. Okay, let's split it into a couple of sections. We can draw a big one first and then... So you can do math in here. You can do 16 times... What was I even saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16 times 7. And then you can do... This one is a bit arbitrary. You can do like... 300. Yeah, and here's my palette. Now we need to... So I use this oak tree here. How do the other trees look? They are mostly dark and then the brown. And on the oak tree I've used these two colors, right? The problem is... On the second level I also want an oak tree. Oh, out here. And here the sky is orange. So either I put an outline on it, or I avoid orange. Looks like crap here, orange, but I don't know. Or maybe I can use the white color with the orange in the middle and then the brown color, just to make this one pop a bit more like it's in this. Let's do some tests actually. So we have this like that, and then this is the this is the brown color here. The orange I mean, and then we have the brown here. We have that. The current one is like this. The current one is like this. We can also do even this. Go all the way from dark. And the point here being that this white stuff will close in the orange stuff. Right? So that on the other level you don't end up having that blend with the sky. One problem I have in this game is these clouds that are white to fly around. I mean, this is an 8-color problem game, and I have I've started adding some outlines on stuff. I added an outline on this because you just couldn't see it with the 3 clouds, but maybe the clouds should have an outline instead or something. But I try to just put outlines whenever I really can't figure it out, because I kind of like the look of it. Well, I've noticed that it's a general idea where people just like, I've seen it in games where people add, there's outlines on some stuff and sometimes stuff not, because I think it's just that thing didn't pop enough. But you have to still know, I guess, like what looks good and not. Coffee. Yeah. So we have this. Another nice thing with having a tablet is that there is actually pressure sensitivity in A-Sprite, and you can have like a Bayer matrix thingy gradient. So what you could do then is you can, like, oh, we have this dark one and the white one. So we have white and then we have dark. And then we, wait, now I'm like, oh, this is so nice. And then it doesn't work. Oh yeah, I need to click this one also, I think. No, wait, did I? Interesting. Why doesn't this work? Oh, it's not even registering the pressure. Maybe I need to do something like this. Disconnecting this and reconnecting it. Snoddas is asking, what are you using for rendering stuff? OpenGL or Raylib or something? Yeah, like Jerry said, it's Raylib. And it's an Odin programming language, so it's with the bindings in there. We're almost got the Raylib 5 bindings ready for Odin. I've been helping trying to get those 5 in, but there was a bug in Raylib 5. And we haven't been able to compile a new version ourselves. So I've put that in. I just put in some code on that pull request. Well, I just put in some suggestions for how to fix it. So hopefully we can get the Raylib 5 bindings in today or tomorrow or something. Who knows? Why doesn't my pressure work? Okay, we restart this. Don't save. Oh no. My dimensions. Oh, my dimensions. Guess this is just Wacom life. Let's see. Pen. It does have pressure. Huh. Interesting. It worked before. Doesn't matter, I don't use this much, but I just thought it was cool. Anyways, what happens is that you can get a matrix dithering automatically by the pressure. So the harder you press, the more it goes along this gradient. But now it is a sad. Yeah, I don't know. Not important. Okay, so maybe we will do a quick test with this brown. I mean white, orange, brown, and black. The funny thing is this red color, which I'm not allowed to use, is quite a nice in between here. But that one is more like player character color and stuff. Okay, let me take this, go to the cat game, go to the cat game. Let's do the oak base PNG. And then we go into the game, entity types, new. Oh yeah. It was compiled after recently, since because of some release mode stuff. I can't just get my. Okay, it's very far down because it's very big. Let's see here. Hello, Sujai BR. Welcome to catching me online. Today I am trying to fix my demo, and there's lots of different things to do. The first one I'm doing is making a nicer, this oak tree nicer, and then I want to fix the tutorial area over here, which is, I think, probably not gonna have time for more than those two things. So first I will paint my oak tree. So there'll be some graphics first, and later I will try to do some stuff in here. And I have some ideas for the tutorial, which I can talk about later. Let's see here. Let's put that roughly here. Okay. And then we take this one and we can delete it. This one we can put that. There's some tiles in the way. Which layer is this supposed to be on anyways? Yeah, where is the tree supposed to be? It's supposed to be behind the player. Player is on layer. Can be on like layer 2 maybe, like that. Then we make sure it's positioned roughly like we want it. Like that. Then we can go back to. Oh, this looks weird. Yeah, Snow Dust. It is a good C alternative, Odin, and I really like the way aesthetically how it looks. I have an easy time reading it. I have a very easy time getting into it because I come from C, and it's like I always got annoyed with C missing some stuff, but I was also always annoyed with C++ having too much stuff or enforcing me to do stuff for stuff. So it's essentially, if you used that C with a better standard library, that would be a big benefit, but this language is both. I usually say it's a low-level language with a high-level feeling. And it has a nice standard library, and yeah. So I recommend go for it. If you can program in C, then you can do it. But just remember, it is more of a C alternative, not a C++ alternative, which... And what that means is that you... if you're looking for high-level things, Such maybe interfaces and stuff. You might miss some stuff. Things you usually find in C, you'll find. Let's see here. Let's remove these. Okay, whatever. Because now I can walk behind here, or in front. Wonder where it should be in depth-wise. We'll see. So we put the game over here, maybe. Something like this. Put this right here. And then... So I wonder if I should use... maybe I'll use all the colors for this. That might be good. So let's just try to do some stuff here. See, I'm a bit tired and confused today, so this might go any old way. But I should add a auto hot reload of textures so that it can it can notice that I'm changed on disk, so I can save here and see it update. I currently don't have that. Now I'm like, oh, that would be interesting to implement. No. No. How do trees look even? Oak trees are like very old, big, blobby trees. Lots of funny bark things going on. Yeah, check out Odin. Snoddas. It's when I started using it, then I found that it did everything I wanted. Everything I always got annoyed with in C, it sort of had fixed without adding lots of the annoying things that I usually see in C++. Okay, then I have my little dithering tool here, and I hand dither this because I don't use... Wait, this should be like this. I don't use dithering oh, this was interesting. I don't use... I don't talk. And then I never spoke again. No, I just use this checker dithering pattern, and then I hand paint in the rest. Or you'll see. You'll see. Yeah, like I said, tired. I had a nap before. Very good. Sounds like hi, I had a nap. So in Sprite you can make your own little brushes. And you can, this one is a 2-color brush where I can change the colors on it. Something like that maybe. And then what I usually do is, let's just continue here. Add some more of this. But you should see this area as one color, and then you can take this one and you go in and you start like dot dot dot, maybe remove some just to make the border region a bit softer. And then We have these guys. Wait, that's... We start with adding some like this maybe. See, this is dithering without... Some people are very scientific about their dithering. This is dithering without any science at all. Then we do some of this. I should probably have put on the stream that there's gonna be a sprite today. I was like, on this thumbnail it says like Odin Raylib, and I'm like, haha, I'm making pixel art. But there'll be some Odin in a bit. I just want to get some feeling with all this. That looks like shit. I wonder if... Let me... Oak bark. So oaks can get very big, and they usually have this sort of very intense pattern going. You know, when they're very old, they look like this eventually. We're not gonna try to recreate it exactly. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way is to draw them. I feel like this one should have a bit more fidelity than other things, but I'm also a bit scared of making it... So the problem is when you use too much dithering is that it looks like a round thing. It doesn't... like it's almost like a pillow shading thing, right? But yeah, so maybe I start over with just a brown color. Try to get a shape in. Do like that. And then we'll try to add some details. Do like this. And this is, you know, the whole process of not being that much of an artist, but still trying. Is daring to back down and do something different. What am I doing now? What's this line here? Okay, let's add this thing here. Rubber, rubber, rubber. Trees usually have these roots that just go away from the tree and then they disappear into the soil or something. Right, so we have something like that. I don't know, maybe. Had no holes in that. Usually you fill and then it's like poof, everything's gone because the whole screen became brown. Or now I really want the hot reload, but I think that's just because I'm on stream. Usually I just sit in A-Sprite like this and like but it would be nice to have the game auto update. Not today. Go up here like this. Okay, I think The whole tree needs to move up a bit. Move up, sir. And then these tentacles will come out further. Wait, what am I doing? Isn't it that the tree needs to go down a bit rather? Wait. I think so. Let's take this one and move it down a bit. Wait, it also needs to have some grass. I shouldn't think of these things too much right now. Because we can put another layer in front that goes like this. It has like that. Because you will run here. I don't know. It's a bit tricky with things that are in the background but also in the foreground. I think they need to... Remove one more pixel line. Just to make it line up nicely. Yeah, trying to figure out the placement of this thingy. Hello. Chat says chill. Yeah. It's chill with a Sprite and coffee and piano plinkety plonk. I wonder if I worry too much about this right now, I think. Yeah, let's worry about the base later. Let's try to find some shape on this thing. So we have a few different colors here. We have the white color. So I think I was doing a weird thing before where I tried to use the white color for like the shading like that just becomes like this big round messy thing. So let's just use the brown and the dark right now. Go over here, put in some color. Maybe we even, I mean, you should still have a dark backside, sort of. Because in my world, the sun is on the left side. But you can have the sun wherever you want. Then we go up here. Oh, thank you. I was trying to pronounce your name. It looks like Luru or Lu, but I can't read the letters. I'm sorry. But thank you. Okay. I'm trying to think here about like where are the, so it's a tree, you know, where are the sort of hidden surfaces a bit. So you have the sun is over here somewhere and it's shining like this, and of course the right side will be more in shadow, but then you also have all these little things happening in the surface, like bark and stuff. But not sure. What am I saying? Tired. Let's try. So like these areas here is sort of on the back of a root or something. Should have some darkness coming up. Then maybe they sneak up like this. And then goes like this. And then the more you come towards the bright side, the less of these fill shadows you will have probably, because there's less base that's sort of blocked off. I will maybe add in some more fills, darkness over here, but then you need to more focus, I think, on the, you know, the cracks in the bark, maybe. I don't know, I'm just making this up. That's the thing, you see, you make most things up as you go. And then this one goes like this. Okay, let's go back and look at the oak tree. They're very they have lines and they have a bit cracked up. But I don't know. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna try to imitate too much. If I say it's an oak tree, then it's an oak tree. Blech. Okay, so over here we have more thicker dark lines. Oops. It looks very scary now, the whole tree. It looks like it's gonna murder you. We'll see. Maybe we can fix it somehow. Oops, held the alternative button on the pen and it painted with orange. Let's see how this looks in the... Interesting. I think it would be okay, maybe. It looks very old and big. I'll just work on this a bit to get going. Maybe I'll switch to the tutorial Odin code in a while. We'll see. We have the... This tree is quite a big job, actually. Who are you? Oh, that's see-through. Right. So today I am making two things. Well, this is my Christmas stream. So I don't know what that means. I'm doing two things today. First I am trying to replace the oak tree. The old oak tree looks like crap, and it's also not big and it's not interesting at all. So I'm trying to replace it with something else. So it's gonna be this ginormous thing that almost looks like it's anchored to the pillars of eternity. Look, I made a video game reference. And yeah, it needs to look a bit irreplaceable, right? Because it's gonna get cut down, and then you need to go. Your adventure in the game is to go find a new oak tree somewhere else, which is why I'm drawing this in a way that I can reuse it. I can use it twice, because I don't want to draw this kind of thing twice. Yeah. You know what the worst thing in my life is? That my coffee maker, it has only 45 minutes standby, and I don't know. They should have made it 90 minutes. Because I always think, has it turned off yet? Is my coffee getting cold in the kitchen? So I will go check on my coffee pot. Are you checking on my coffee pot? Yes. Oh, tack. Yeah, it's always. No, I meant just I was gonna make sure it was still on. Tack. Yeah, you need to go outside and look at trees too. That sounds like Bob Ross or something now. You need to go out, look at trees, make friends with them. I go out and talk to trees all the time. No, but I grew up in the countryside, so I've seen many trees. Yeah, I think maybe somehow I'll make like a mossy path around the bottom, so we can sort of. It will work out. It will be fine. Yeah. But it's interesting. My first idea was to use 4 colors. I was supposed to use this one with the brown and then the white and the brown to make this object look extra, you know, oh, it uses many colors, therefore it's important. But actually more important is the size and sort of detail of it, I think. But the game only uses 8 colors, so it is a bit hard sometimes. Like I have a stone here with maybe actually now I can redo my stone sometime. Here's the happy stone. I can talk to him. Hello. See you. Rock on. He's a good guy. Stone, as we call him. But yeah. That's a good start for my tree. Maybe I will go on to. I just wanted to get started with this. Maybe I'll go on to my tutorial stuff now, which will require lots of, I don't know, programming. Who could have known that I would need to do programming? I didn't sign up for that. Git status. Git add dot. Let's see. Oak tree. New oak tree whip. Whatever. Like that. You can leave a sprite running. Okay, let's remove the ye old Wacom. It's not old at all. Mew? Yeah, it's new. It's the second day I'm using it. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. So, I can play with gamepad like I said. I have gamepad support now. Yeah, I need to do something about, like I said, I need to reanimate this sad tree over here. Because it needs shading and I don't know how to shade afterwards. I think it's easier to shade before you animate than after. Here's the cave in the beginning. This is where my tutorial will be. Currently it only teaches you to jump, kinda, because you're forced to. So we're gonna add some stuff in here. You're gonna start here. I think I have a, do I have a note somewhere about what it's supposed to do? I think I have it in my wallet. It's very strange. I wasn't at home, so I brought a post-it with, here's a tutorial. Put that on the table, put this back in the wallet. I also made this tree since last stream. That was the first thing I did with the new tablet, was this. I wanted an extra foreground tree, so I made a small poofy thing. So this is the first thing I used for the tablet. So, the tutorial post-it that I've written says, NPC in cave, learn to talk, tells you about jump. When to learn examine, dynamite, learn pickup, clear exit item, learn to use. We're not going to do any of that. That was my old ideas. There's not going to be any dynamite. One of my main problems with this game is that I have many problems. But one problem is that I have a few different items, and one item called butter, which is butter, the player never had a good time in the game to get it. So I will get it in here and I will use it to leave the cave. So what will happen is, show. You will start over here. The game will teach you how to jump. It will teach you how to walk somehow. I'm not sure how explicit I'm going to be on the controls. I like a good tutorialization, but you know, lol indie games or something. So you start here, you learn to walk around, learn to jump. You learn you must jump up to this one. Here you jump, but if you jump correctly it grabs and you climb. Good. Do good old that. And here, yeah, you need someone to tell you that you can hold space to climb. That will happen somehow. And then it does it twice just so to make sure that you really get it. And then you come out here. But what I'm gonna do instead is, like I said, the game never teaches you the system of how's it called? So how to pick up items and use items. So there's gonna be a mini thing in here. So there's gonna be like this exit here or something is gonna be blocked, and then you're gonna find the butter in here, and you're gonna use the butter on the blocked part, and then you're gonna squeeze through. This is inspired by a puzzle in, I think, the last Monkey Island game, where you use chicken lard or something to lube up a hole so you can put your whole character through. It's very stupid, but it's sort of innocent and works, I think. Innocent, okay. Anytime you talk about lube, weird. Anyways, so we will. That's all essentially. So you will when you come out of here, and also it needs to teach you that you can change. So down here you have your different actions you can do, and it will teach you that you can change. Currently it says A and S here, and when I switch to the controller it says L1, R1, and these I just added these because it was so unclear, but I'm just gonna have it so that once you come out of this cave, these tooltips disappear and you can do whatever you want. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's good. So let's move the... So big! Ooh! Okay. Okay, let's move the cat over here. Oh, that's not a cat. Put you here. Then we put you on layer 5. Here's the cat layer. Reset. Now you're here. Okay. So, you're standing here. How do I teach you to walk? So the thing about video games is that it's always a good idea to make it super obvious in the beginning. I mean, and then immediately stop showing that. Maybe it can just show like the arrow keys in the air here, and when you've pressed both a little bit, they disappear. Or maybe they're carved into the wall or something. It can be like cave paintings. It says like... Let's try that actually. Wait, then we need cave paintings that use a font. Oh well. It's just the font is not in the correct pixel size, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Cave paintings, classic. Okay. Then we don't need you. We don't need a sprite. We need how do I do that in a good way? Well, I already have support for drawing text using entities from the space minigame where you fly the spaceship and collect letters. So actually we can maybe use that. Renderable letter. No, what's it called? Renderable string. Yeah, you can render any string like this. And I could render that on the wall. Is that a good idea? Tutorial with cave paintings, just for the basic things like. Thank you, Jerry. I'll let you. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. Like you say. The other alternative is to have some kind of UI that disappears. And it's a bit like you could have like arrow here and there. Hello, JP. Welcome. JP has moved to Sweden. He's Canadian, but he moved to Sweden. And it's not as cold as at home. I'm just doxing you, JP. Ah, sorry. Yeah, cave paintings that look like keyboard keys, or if you change to the gamepad, it will. Yeah, it will and then it can draw the. Because you can. The problem is you have input mapping, so you can remap your keys to whatever you want. So it's a bit of a. it's always nice if those actually show the mapping. Some games have like, oh, it shows the default, and then you've changed it before. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more coffee, and then I'm gonna go to the powder my nose. That does not mean cocaine. It means go pee. And then I'll be back. Be right back. Hello. I now have coffee. Chat is asking how to simplify art to make pretty pixel art. Start with, I would say, one of the best early tips I got in this game. Start with a simple color scheme. You can, Jakub, who sometimes watches this stream, recommended me to go here, lowspec.com. You can go to palettes. And here you can say, oh, I want max 8 colors. And you can scroll through these. And then you can find something that looks nice, try a couple of different ones, because it's hard to know both which palette to start with and then also come up with a nice graphics at the same time. So you can simplify it a bit by just choosing a pre-made palette. It might sound like you want more fun to come up with your own colors, but yeah. So this is the one I'm using actually. You might recognize all the colors here. It's the exact 8 color palette I'm using, which you can see in Sprite here. It has this very nice, you can see my game art is a bit inspired even by this example here. It's quite obvious, I think, that I looked at this a bit and was like, oh, I can have white clouds, oh good. But yeah. And so start with that, and then use start with simple shapes, and yeah. But also know if your art is very low res, then if it's very high res, then maybe you can use more dithering and stuff, sort of use this checkered pattern. And if it's very low res, you can use more blocky colors, because dithering can look a bit funky if it's very low res. This is cool. Yeah, it's all cool. Anyways, we are doing art on the wall. So we're gonna do some kind of... I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make an entity kind called draw binding. I don't know what will happen. So this is for what's shown in the editor. Draw binding name equals, and then I don't have any placeholder for that. This just says which texture should you display when this entity type wants to be placed in the editor. I do have this little dot thingy somewhere here. What is that one called? Position. Is that in here? Let's use dot position. It will be like a plop. Apparently I can't program anymore. And then this is what happens when an entity of this kind wants to be created. It runs this function and then something happens. We'll add it down here at the bottom in the category other. What is it named? It's named binding something. Draw binding. Return. Says it should be now one renderable, and the how does the... Let's see here. Patterable soil hatch roots. I don't know. Isn't there an entity kind? What are the letters? Oh, the letters don't have an entity kind. The letters are drawn directly from gameplay code. Okay, so what this one needs then is... I don't know which binding it should draw. Screw this. It's 2. I'm gonna use this like once. So instead we will... We'll hard code it like this, I think. Yeah, or I'm thinking I don't have a good way to specify when you place the entity that you want a specific binding. That's sort of why I just gave up on that idea. Because my entity system is shit. It's crap. I have some old system where I can specify things, but... Well, actually... Maybe I can do like this. Thinking live with Carl. Welcome to Thinking Live with Carl, where we think. Case dot draw binding. Don't need those. In Odin, you do not need a break on your case things. And then we just say variant equals, and then we find entity variant, and we say binding drawer data. This one used to be used for all kinds of entity variants, but now I'm just going to use it for storing some data from the editor. Because there's a few entities who still use this system. Like the player is still one because it's too much. So the player is just doesn't do anything in here. This is the old system, uses variants. But I never added a way to add data to my new system, so I can use that one for that, I guess. Alright, maybe something like that. Binding raw data. It's a struct. And then we say binding key. Ah, more problems. I'm like, what do you mean binding? I don't have a concept of like, this is a binding to move. There's left and right binding on the keyboard, but that's not the same as, I don't even have the gamepad bindings implemented. Like, so, nay. Nay. We're gonna undo a lot. Undo, 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 undo. Oh yeah, we undid it back to the... all the pain is gone. Because we undid everything. Draw binding left. That's it. Draw binding left. And then we go to A-Sprite, make like a 16 by 16 thingy. Put a red arrow on it, like that. Wow, amazing placeholder art for the editor. Amazing. Delish. Why am I continuing to paint it? One thing I need to do before I ship this out is to, for some reason I have some art in a folder called object art and some art straight in the root folder. There used to be a historic reason for this, but no. Binding left. Binding right should be able to use binding left, but reversed, but I don't think I can. Let's see. Case dot, what the fuck did I call it? Sorry, no swearing on Christmas. Of course, it says what I called it. I'm so tired. This is the name of a texture. This. So this is quite funny. So I have a program. You see, I have a bunch of PNGs here. And then I have a bunch of PNGs inside object data. And then you go to assets.odin and there's a texture name enum here with lots of things in it. And this is all those all those combined into one enum. And this is actually created by asset builder.odin. This is a program that is compiled before my main program and then run. And this program, you see, it emits Odin code. So it's like, oh, here you have this is what an asset is, and then there's an enum, and then down here it says all the sounds and shaders and fonts and textures, and I think there's some music as well, which is the music we're currently listening to, Catnap. Buy now on iTunes. No. You can't. Sad. And then the reason I added this was that when you build in release mode, you get just a single exe out with all the assets embedded. And the way this works is that when embed asset, this is a compile time flag. When this is true, then all textures is like, it uses the all textures is the texture name, and this is also generated here. Emit asset list is generated by this one. So it like lists all the textures, and it says it's this path, and this is the hash of the path name, and this is the data, and this is a compiler flag that puts in the read-only part of the program. It throws in just the data as a byte array. So this will put your action button icon there, and this will put like the bird in the game and the bucket and the cat. We'll put the data there, and then that will be embedded in Excel. That's if you have embedded assets true. That's used in release builds only. And down here you have else, embed assets is false. Then it just skips putting those in there, and then it also checks when you're asking, when it starts up the game, it checks if embed assets is true or not, and then it will load them manually from disk instead. And this makes it possible to still hot reload the data and work on it as a dev environment. But I just like it's inspired by sort of game maker games that come as one exe. It's not so good if your game is like 2 gigabytes or 20 gigabytes, 100 gigabytes. How big are games these days? What's the biggest game you know? I don't know. I think the last time I played Witcher 3 or something was like 90 gigabytes. But this game is currently... Oh, let's try making a release build. Now I feel like Terry Davis or something here. Like, let's do things. Build release. Oh no. We have a bug. We have one bug. Cannot assign value. Load wave from memory. Wait, there's a bug in there. There's a bug in the asset storage. Pum. Aha. Mister. This is because I copied this code and I haven't tested this. I added the music stuff today. Load wave from memory. How does that work with load music stream from memory? Wait, why is this load sound from wave? Isn't this supposed to be just like that maybe? Drop binding left. Here, case. Got to drop binding left. Okay. Compiled, and let's see if this one still compiles. Also compiles, I mean. The folder already exists, but that's just because you created it. And you see, here's my whole game. I added music today, so you see the difference here in the size. This is the last one I did a few days ago, 4 megabytes. Added one song, 15 megabytes. So when you make these small kind of games and you don't use, like if you use track music, like use a mod or an XM file or something, then your game could still be under 10 megabytes. But when you use real sample music like this, it sounds like I'm... Oh, these days we have these MP3s that have samples. Yeah, but this one should work. You can start it. Yeah. And then it started playing the music and everything. It currently puts out the log and the settings in the same folder. The settings is your bindings. Apparently it came out as a binary file. Why is that? I'll look at that later. I just went on a tangent here. I was doing something. Hey, welcome to Chaos with Carl. What do we do? Oh yeah, I was doing the binding left. I'm tired. I do. Thank you, Flying Ducky 101. You are... I want to study that course at the university, Flying Ducky 101. I don't know who Germa 985 is, but I will check it out. Draw binding left. Oh, my brain is fried. By the way, I have once again changed my audio setup. I used to have a microphone here. Now it's here. And I've also changed the settings again. I think it's better today, but also I have piano in the background, which is Christmassy. I don't know what I'm saying. This is just gonna get worse. I'm drinking coffee and being tired. What is this even? How is this gonna draw the binding? It is. Somehow. Let's go to play mode update. In-game menu update. Yeah, I see. My brain is so fried that I can't even. I'm like, what's the video game doing? What is happening? Hello. Update default, please. And this is the code that updates the game. Yes. Now we have some event crap here. So my game has events, and this is the thing that every event, every frame an event might happen, and this says what it does. Very straightforward. This is a debug key for teleporting the player wherever you want, where you point your cursor. Currently speaking entity. What's this? Ah, it's just for knowing who is currently speaking. I made a variable name. Very good. Who num renderables animation. Oh yeah, this is the thing that draws shit. Sujay BR asks, do games usually have test code? If you refer to things like unit tests, then I would say it varies. If you have something where maybe your game has a multiplayer backend and it's like it has lots of analytically testable data, then yes. If it's more like, oh, you have your game running and you're running around and jumping and trying to figure out all the ways it can go wrong, it's such a funny combination of states that you usually just have people testing the game instead and finding all the bugs, because the thing with games is that games is one of the weirdest computer programs, because programmers, they love order, and they want to know like, oh, where is the state changed, and you know, what's the and keep it as unmessy as possible. While video games, one requirement from video games is that you have lots of game objects or entities or whatever you want to call it poking at each other and changing things all the time. And the reason a game is often fun is because the code is very unclean from a sort of engineering standpoint. But all that stems from I'm so tired. Like, oh, what did my brain happen to? Oh, where's my brain? No, but that makes it harder to test. Like you can set up a test code to sort of test when it's easier to test something when the code is sort of everything is not poking at each other, you know. But when everything is poking at each other, like how are you gonna write a unit test that does something worth it? Because it's just gonna miss everything. So it's good for data backends and stuff. But if you have for the gameplay code, just test it. But it's also a reason why I think there's two kinds of game programmers, you know. There's that sounds like there's two kinds of game programmers. One likes zeros, the other one likes ones, and the third one likes coffee. No, I meant like this. There are gameplay programmers who like doing gameplay stuff, and then many other people like doing engine stuff, which, you know, making the rendering and the sound and all that. And the engine programmers usually can take care of the sort of simple part. That's like, oh, I need the game to I need the game and the tools to work in a certain way, you know. And the engine program, and that code is usually both testable. I have worked in game engines where we tested the engine code, and it's also more predictable. So some people just find it more fun to work on. You don't test all engine code, but we had like lots of data model things, because if you make a general purpose game engine, then it's nice if you have, you know, a nice solid basis to stand on. And then you have all the other kind of game programmers, the gameplay programmers, which would be more like, you know, more enjoys the chaotic state, like more enjoys putting the game together and then making sure that the game works. But that kind of programming requires this kind of messier style of programming. I come from engine programming more, but the whole point of this game for me is to write and ship a game where I make everything myself, and I'm also doing gameplay programming and trying to make sure it's fun. And yeah, but yeah, I am no testing. One of the things in this game that I joked about this last stream that I'm the most proud of. I know I did that. I don't like the air quotes. I'm gonna chop off. I'm gonna sit on my hand. One of the things. No, I'm not gonna drink coffee. One of the things I'm most proud of in this game is that my project, my solo project, usually. The problems with them is that I give up, because I do the nice pretty part, and then when you need to make the messy things after that, I usually stop. So this game I just like, okay, I use Odin and Raylib, and I just start with gameplay from immediately, and I only added, and the only sort of almost air quotes again, the only engine stuff and tool stuff I've done is stuff I really needed to make the game. And that has been so the code is actually it's quite a lot messier than my code usually is, which I say that I'm proud of, because it has made it like, yeah, usually I give up on projects because they get too messy. I will finish this game hopefully, like I will release it next month or something, probably for some itch.io, and I will put, when you buy it you'll also get the whole source code if you want to have a big Odin project to look at. But you will see then what I mean by this. I mean, I can show you. This is, I have these Odin files. If you look at game.odin, it's 171 kilobytes, and then you have editor, which is 72, and then you have a couple of smaller ones here. Assets is generated, so we can't look at that. The game is a single file. Well, the game is split into several files, but the game.odin file is 7,500 lines. That's just one of the messy things, but it doesn't really matter that much, because the splitting things into files in Odin is mostly for logical, for making it, putting it into like separate physical compartments. So I know I never scroll around in code. I just use jump to symbol and write like, oh, where is my cat update cat? Oh, that was the update. Oh, or cat update. I'm so tired I can't type. Yeah, or like something else. I don't know. Draw world, and I jump to these and I work in those. But that's the thing, right? When you work alone, you can do whatever you want. And something that happened with this game was that I was like, oh, I can just, I'm just working on it, and this is the way it ended up. But I'm also okay that I haven't organized it more, because I haven't needed to. But this project has gotten a bit too messy with the code, which is something I would like to change in the next project I do. If I do another project in Odin, but yeah, it's fine. But just so you know, having if someone is just starting out in game development, having 7,000 lines in one file, I've seen many games with lots of 10,000 line files. It's not uncommon, but if you come from something like C# where classes must be one file, no, they don't. Well, maybe they do, but yeah, some languages you have to have one file per class, or like at least it's recommended. Then and you're used to kind of clicking around in them, but I don't do that. I just code. Nice big pile of stuff. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, my oak tree. Oh, no, yeah, I'm making my thingy, I think. Yes. Play mode update. Close this one. Update default. Dun 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 dun. But all this, with the all this thing with me, with how this project is structured and like how other people do it, just show that I think there's no, as long as you're happy with it and it doesn't give you problems, then you can do it. But one bad thing about doing this is if you work in a team with others, then you will have more conflicts inside files, inside the same file. So I don't have that, which is yet another reason why I'm just putting stuff in. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very... Don't I have here's my variant. Toggle menu, no. My eyes is like... Player cat. Okay, maybe we can. Do we have anything here that switches on the kind? Okay, let's just add that then. Or wait, do we have... No. Variant. Okay, switch e.kind. This one would say like, I forgot all these guys, and I'm like partial. So this is the error when you... Oh, I can show my... Oh, I want to change a setting. I'm like, oh, this, oh, that. Syntax specific. No, not this one. I have a setting I want to change. I want the errors to show up inline again, because I think Mr. Sublime has improved that. Show errors inline, false. Sublime 4 I think has improved this. Oh wait, put back the partial. Yeah, I see now. Oh, it's over here. Oh, okay, it's just a label of the first line. You see at least this. And you get a little squiggly here. The way my... So I can show my... the way this Sublime settings work, because I think Sublime with Odin is many people use either Sublime or VS Code. Maybe there's some people on Vim as well, I don't know. Cat game.sublime build. This one. This is my whole build script. So it select whatever this one does. File regex, this is for the errors. So it picks up when it compiles these errors. This one does something. Here's the build command. Here's the working directory. And then a couple of variants I can do like this. This one I never use. I used to use this too. This one builds and runs the game. And then the build script is just... You can ignore this stuff. But the build script will build the game and build main. If the game is already running, then it only tries to build the game, because so we can hot reload and stuff. Build game is just an Odin command and builds with some flags I put in. But Odin doesn't need any fancy build systems really, because and the build main is just this. That's for building the exe. This is for building the game DLL exe. But Odin doesn't need any fancy build systems, because what those usually do is that they help you with putting your libraries in with the linker, blah blah blah. So in this case, for example, we have my game. You know, my game uses raylib. I think that's the only... We have these different dependencies here. I use raylib, and if we look in raylib.odin, this is in the vendor library, which is where all the stuff this is where all the stuff vendor is, where the sort of libraries like raylib, STL, yeah, just bindings. But what Odin has done is, inside there you have raylib.odin, and then you also have in here all the DLLs and the libs and the stuff. So when you compile, it says like, okay, you're on Windows, you want statically linked raylib, or in my case I use the shared one, because that's how you make, you must use that to make hot reload work, because otherwise your global state inside raylib will die when it reloads. And then it says here, you move the code, then it says here like, oh, it will feed these extra linker args, and it will import these libs and stuff. So that's why the only thing build game does is build dot, which builds the package in the same folder. And here you see the raylib shared thingy and some other crap. Only thing you sometimes need to do if you use the shared one is you need to go in here, take this one, the DLL, and copy it to where your exe falls out. That's the only thing. That's why you don't need a build system. Well, I have a batch file, but you know, it's this batch file plus these two that build the separate things. So that's all my Sublime thing does. It's all good. Rodrigo was 15 minutes behind the stream. I guess you mean that you were lagging behind time-wise. Oh no, I finished my coffee almost already. Anyways, we're doing a partial switch here. Then we're doing a case binding left. Maybe we can do this in draw world instead. Sorry, I'm a bit I'm extremely scattered-minded today, but it's quite good for a stupid Christmas stream. So maybe in Draw World I will do something like this. Letter. It's just size, letter size. What's this? Letter size. Okay, 20. Color light. I have my 8 colors are here, but it's only 7 because I've forgotten one. Font, dialog font, e.pos, e.rot, and then the layer. Okay, this will draw an arrow to the left wherever I place this. Let's try that. We go in here. Where does it? Oh, wait. Is it this one? No. Oh, I think I need to. I think it's this one, but for some reason the. Oh, there it is. I'm like, brain. I thought it was. It would use a dot, but that was just me. This is just a placeholder. Let's put it here. Oh, I can flip it. Maybe then I don't have to. Yes, of course I have to make the other one. This is the world's slowest stream. How do I? Oh yeah, it's a tile behind it. I'll remove that. It's a hole in the world. See, this one has this, and then it's drawn like that. And then we do something like this. So now we just need to put a string with the format.tempprint, and then we say this guy, and then we say bindings b equals. I must someday I must do the gamepad binding stuff, but this is fine. Oh yeah, you want a string? Ah! Ah, of course. Then I must maybe have a glyph for, like, if I would use some other key here, like P or Q or V for walking left, then it would. But that's, yeah. I think I will, for left up, down, right, I will maybe put in some thing else. But it's quite obvious that, oh, you go walk left with left, but obvious. Draw binding left. Okay, let's go in here. Move that there, and then we to the kind, draw binding right. this is grug brain decoding, because the brain is on vacation. Okay, you guys don't need any kind of draw binding, right? Because the only thing they need is to exist. They don't need any state. Why don't you get the the graphics, sir? This is supposed to be a right arrow, but it doesn't have the graphics. Why is that? That is a bug. I've seen this before. I'm not sure. Because this one works. This one is like, oh. If I restart the game, then it will work. Okay. Let's do this. Reset the game. Play start. You see, there it is. Who knows? The number of times I say who knows. Who knows? Didn't work. Oh, because I didn't implement it. Lol. Boop. There you go. It's very funny. Okay. Draw binding jump. You see where this is going, right? Draw binding jump. I wish I had a way to tell this one how to rotate it for the texture that it uses for that. That it uses for the thingy. This one ended up behind. Used to be at level 3 maybe. Oh yeah. And then it doesn't do anything yet. All these could of course format is the if e dot kind right format is v that way, and if it's jump, then it would say then we take the format string and we put it in here, and then it doesn't work. FMT string. I shadowed the what's going on here? Smart. Spamp. Okay. Why is string PF binding? Wait. Oh, I'm like I told before that. Oh, it's so good. You don't need a break, but or you the way you either you use the command fall through or you put them on a line like this. Now all of them run. Yeah, this is maybe not and if we go to main menu, go into options, change the key binding to Y, U, and no, okay, not semicolon, P. Now we start. Then we have this. See, that's why I want that. Oh, this is quite nice. Playing with Y, U, and P. It feels like one of those old DOS games where you have strange bindings. Okay. Now those bindings are set. Let's go to the game folder, kill the settings file. This is not even what I was supposed to do here. I was supposed to make this butter thing. Well, I was supposed to do this as well. It doesn't even look like cave paintings. And here I want to, you need to hold space, which is not obvious. We also have characters that tell you these things. I don't know, really. We'll see. Maybe I'll remove all this. And then we will put the butter somewhere here. Butter. Put the butter here. Or maybe up here. There you go. There it is. Choop. You can talk to it. You can pick it up. And then you will need to use it up here. There will be a blockage here. You can't get through. So I need a special piece here with some special graphics. see. It's 32 high, and maybe 64 wide. Then we just. Okay, maybe we make it a bit less. Should have stayed with the oak tree, man. Doing all this crap. I'm tired. Okay, this is gonna be amazing. Like that, maybe. Opening the PNG. No, let's just put it in here. Oh, how do I? Opening PNG. There you go. Then you go to here. And you say opening. And you this one help you with the compiler. Opening name. This is the entity kind here, and then it's the texture you use. Opening. And then you put it at the bottom here. Return num renderables. Get texture handle. Opening. It is interactable. We'll fix all that later. It's a narrow opening, but I can. Dum dum dum. I need to reset to get my here it is. Like that. Then this one. Currently you go over here and the camera will go up like whoop. I sort of want to hide this area before you exit. But we just change the camera. It's fine. Set camera Y. Okay. You go over here. And then we'll add another trigger. This area. So that's named camera volume, and as long as you're in that one, it could go a bit lower down maybe. This volume puts the camera in the middle of the volume for as long as you're inside it. Now you can make this kind of like, if I can't go past here, I'm like, okay, I can go down here. Yeah. Okay. The opening needs to have a collider. How big is the collider? It's... Sorry for the... Sigh, my brain is broken now. 16, no? Yes, 16, 16, minus 16, minus 42. And then it's supposed to be 64 times 32. This is what this entity kind stuff does. You from code you define entity types like this. Give them some graphics. Then we're also gonna add the interaction stuff. The thing that's missing from this stuff is the being able to add data to them, which I could do with my old system. Yeah, you see now this is blockable. Oi! Yeah, I need to have some old code that I need to put back in that makes these climb points not appear if there is blocked here. But that one's broken. You see now it's like this. Then we can go in here and we can say use item handler equals dot what's it called? Tutorial opening. And then we need to go to use item handler name. Put tutorial opening. Here is a thing. My my entity can of course have this use item handler is just a proc. Like it's just a procedure that says like, oh, what happens when you interact with it or use an item with it. This one could of course have this function directly on it. The only reason I have it like this, well, there's two reasons. It makes it specific which different kinds of use item handlers that exist. But then also I use the hot reloading stuff, and with that stuff in mind, when you store function parameters, or I can't talk, I'm so tired. When you store function pointers, those get invalidated when you hot reload. So you know, that's a thing. So we put this here instead. Tutorial opening. Because these will be valid all the time. UIH. Yeah, and this one doesn't exist. Take one of these. Put it somewhere. Maybe it needs to be here. And then you say if it's butter, then this is the entity you're using it on. Then you can say e.collider equals no. Well, the collider still needs to be there. It's just what's supposed to happen when you try to use it. I'll do like that for now. Player say I buttered it, and this I don't need. This is if you try to slap it. That's from a tree. So this one doesn't work. Ah, get off there. So like a now I have two butters. Where is the... Oh, it was already initialized, the entity, so it didn't have the use item handler on it. Because now we have this. No. see here again. Interactable true. It might be that the interaction offset is bad. So we need to do like minus 32, 0. Maybe then it will. That's a bug. Quite funny. I've seen a bug a few times where you continue sliding down. You can slide through everything. Yeah, here we go. I buttered it and then nothing happened. This doesn't need a return, but oh, I know. Oh, I know. It's because it has created a collider for it already. Let's try that. Yeah, now I can walk through. Then that needs a custom animation, and it needs to put like add some stuff to the UI and stuff. But this way the game will force you to learn that you can navigate back and forth with the items down here. You can jump up on stuff. I just need something for the climbing here. And then yeah. So that's good. This is just overview of what's needed. I will make it all better later, I think. Yeah. Let's maybe bring out the Wacom again. I want to paint a tree again. I'm tired of this programming nonsense. Whoever invented code anyways. Let's do the JIT, as they call it in the Git. The Gittening. Tutorial work with tired mind. I went up at 7 today and did laundry. Then I had a nap before lunch. And now I am not alive. Okay, let's remove this, remove that. Ooh, there it is. We're back with the oak. I noticed that doing art is always pleasing. Doing programming is sometimes hard. Do like this. Question is, where does this thingy stop? So I need a taller tree for the second area. No, wait, actually I need this too. No, this will be chopped down before you leave this area, so you will never see the top. But we need to add some more to it, obviously, since it's... See the difference in these lines here from when I worked before on it? It's... this hat is just leaving. I have a much more interesting way to do this shading now, a bit later. So nice to have a little I've done all the, prior to this I've done all the art in the game using a mouse. So there's nothing stopping you from getting into pixel art. Because you can do pixel art with mouse. Especially if it's a bit low res. I don't need an expensive Wacom. Trying to make sure it looks a bit round, right? So it I mean, it's not super critical, but it would be nice if it somehow looked a bit roundish. I think I'm adding too much darkness on the middle, maybe. Anyways, that's pretty good. What? Okay, now for the, you run around here, right? I'm currently running straight over the top of it. So I'm just gonna go in here, add another layer. What's in this layer? Oh, that's the layer I had for that purpose. I think this one should be where it needs to be, yeah. And nose going, no. Itchy nose. How do I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. But what, how do these, oh, maybe like this. I have an idea. Like this. We take the mouse and we properties, we put this at a lower opacity. And then we go in with this one and we, what's happening? Take this and we add that there and there. Properties up the opacity. Yeah, exactly. Maybe this will work. So you see the, see what I mean a bit. Wait, it's using it as a random color. Ah, that's why it looks so strange. There we go. I was like, What's happening? I think there's even a fill mode I could use here to make it fill the area that has the correct color. I want to sort of show the roots underneath the... turn off the... I don't want... this is just from me. Okay. Just trying some stuff here. Just trying some stuff here. There's obviously something there. I don't know. The reason I'm like this is... what am I saying? I kind of want it to be... the roots to sort of go out into the sides and stuff. Okay, so this guy goes like this. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I think I got too tired now. Oh, hip! Okay, something. I want a door as also. The old tree had a door where the squirrel lived. So let's make another layer where we put the squirrel has an orange door. Okay. What's happening? There we go. Game of the year. No. It needs like a inside black border. No? Who are you? Oh, this one. Okay. And then this looks like shit. Maybe you can just have a Why is his big door like twice his height? Tired. And maybe his door is a bit to the side. Maybe it's here. Like that. Over. Fill. Oh, I wanna go inside. Can't. Because no one will wire that gameplay up for you. Oh, it's like an opening. That's of course how it should be. It's just an opening. Why do you just remove all this crap? Just oi. New layer, opening. Where the squirrel live? There. This is how games are made. You make mistakes. And then you call them a feature. Is this a mistake? I don't know. What's happening? I don't know. If that's not a tree someone lives in, It just looks like it was supposed to be like that. But that's just a layer. Doo-doo. Now, sorry for being loud. Too tired. I usually try to not be too loud on my streams. Oh, you can go on and slap things. Take this. Oh, it could take it. You can use the paw and go. Tsh, tsh. Come on, come on. Tsh. For one slapping, does nothing. Okay. The best thing to slap is the tree in the beginning. You go like this. Go up to him and you're like, oh no, slap please. This can scream, stop that. And then you take this instead. Bonk. And it all fell off. Very sad tree. It's angry. This is what I mean. I need to shade this before animating it. Because now I was like, it does lots of animation in the bark. Anyways, what we needed to do was to go to the second level here. Here is some graphics I haven't. This is, if anyone watching this stream, it totally spoils the whole game, but that's what you get for watching a game dev stream. Sadness. Yeah, like this maybe. And there we go. And this one. Ooh. Ooh. This one I'm gonna export. Why don't I? Oh, the camera is locked. I see. For this one, I'm gonna export a version without you and you. Export as. Oh, I need to export it. I can use oak no door PNG. And then we go in here. Go somewhere. Here, I think. I think I'm always gonna be tired for all my streams. Because it seems to improve the value of it. No, but I mean it's more stupid. Happened. Oh, I pressed. I don't know what happened. Okay, then we take the new tree. You're like, wow. Wait, shouldn't it still have the... It should still have this stuff. Yes. Please hot reload me. Like that. You're like, ooh! Oh, it's on the wrong layer. Ah! Put it on layer 1, maybe. That's good. Oh! Yeah, I will fix all this up sometime. You know, you will recognize this tree. There's one tree that's this. Looked like this in the game before, and it has been chopped down. Here in this place. Talk to this guy. This is an oak tree. Indeed. Do you know where our icons are? Probably up high. Let's fly up there. Sure, cat, jump in. It didn't say cat. Go, 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 go. And then the tree was already chopped down. So sad. There's a painting on that wall. No, the tree is supposed to go on. This is the second section I haven't made yet. And this is the acorn up here. He's currently has the same. He has a beret, but the beret is orange because I changed the background color of this level. And here's the tree again. This is the old tree. Makes sense. So I just need to make a lot more tree here. What happens here is where you go up, talk to this guy. Hey, hello? Hi, I'm the cat. How did the cat climb the tree? This is the voice acting that will never exist. A dead mended onion flew up. And then you can say, you're bigger than I thought. Then it says, many thanks, it's a nice insult. And then you try to convince it to come with you, and then it refuses and tells you to go inside it instead. And then this transition I must make. All the transitions must become without cuts. So you never notice that the game changes level and stuff. And then you're inside here. And then mystery. Wow. Mystery. Wow. Yeah, now we just need the second part of the tree, which is up here. Maybe we... How tall does it need to be? It needs to be... It's this tall currently. I would say we can make a few segments that we can put, like 4 segments. So it goes up here, and then it needs some... I think it might need some... I mean, this is gonna sit on a branch, all this stuff. So... yeah, we'll see. What is clock? 4. Swedish thing to say. What is clock? Because instead of what time is it, Swedish people ask. Vad är klockan? What is clock? Makes sense. Okay. How do I do this without messing everything up? I know. We make a new layer. We draw in there. Dum dum dum. Then we make a few different layers. I don't know. Tell me. Oh, is this? Maybe there's a... This is the first one. So maybe there is like a... Doesn't work without sounds. Ugh. Go up, 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 up. This section is not long enough. Is the hole? There it is. Where is the hole? Oh, I know. There is actually a setting in Asiprati, refer visible layers. Oh, Asipra. Know what I'm saying anymore. Then we begin the task of filling. Yesterday I did this. I'm gonna show you what I did yesterday. I can show in the game. Yesterday I did... What the... Reset. Go in here. So this bookshelf had like maybe 20 books yesterday. That's one of the first things I did with the tablet was I draw 1,000,000 rectangles. And this uses... The game has 8 colors like I said. Oh, I showed this before actually. Second time today I showed this. But it's stream, people come and go. This is all the 8 colors in the game represented with lots of books. And some other crap. These are the 8 colors here. And this is a tribute to the guy who made the color scheme. Polyfrog. I don't know if this looks like a frog or if Polyfrog is supposed to be a frog. But it's the 8 colors in the correct order here. I'm gonna show him again since he's... it might not even be a him. Might be a frog. I even said it, I'm using this template, but here's the 8 colors. So I recommend anyone want to try doing some pixel art. You can go to low spec, find yourself some palettes, because sometimes coming up with both the art style and the colors is a bit hard. Anyways, wait, where did I? Oh, we're in Sprite. We don't need to look at the game now. Okay, and a tree looks like something like this. And then you will have a dark patch over here. Something like that. You'll have some darkness under here. And this one also, because you know the branch sort of goes into the trunk. Bend it a bit. Why am I editing a PNG? What the hell? Just source data. This thing looks a bit weird. Better to start with too little of this dark stuff than too much of it. How does a no, I didn't mean like that. Like a tree trunk with branch. Should it come out like this? But then some of the, you need to have this feeling of it going in here and also up here. It's like I don't know. But it's not just in this line. Maybe this one should go down a bit more like this. We need to I think if I refresh this one, yeah, since I accidentally saved over the PNG, it now has all the top parts, but we have all the layers in here. I can fix that later. Aseprati. Did you know Sprite is the best program ever made? It has never crashed on me. Okay, it crashed once, I think. It's snappy. It has all the shortcuts in the correct place. And the only thing is if you try to edit anything high-res in it, then the whole program goes blah. But I don't think they even test that problem domain that much. Like if you have something... I sometimes run into that, but that's not what it's supposed to do. Okay. Yeah, branches are weird because they get this dark stuff from two directions. Wait, this ends here. I'll make sure the camera is over on the other side. There's nothing here. But I can also... It's fine. see if this. Oh. Now I'm just I'm starting to do a bit random things here. This thing needs to be more like that, I think. It's time to end the stream soon because I'm too tired to do anything properly. The big XMas stream. How long has it been? 2 hours 46 seconds. 2 hours 46 minutes. I think my longest stream was 3 hours or something. Yeah. You know what? No, you know what? I'm just doing very random things now because I noticed I'm doing the shading in a random way. So I'm gonna continue on my tree when I have a bit more energy. Make sure there's several sections to it. One here with the branch somehow going up there. One here and maybe one out here. And then it will be a branch that you stand on. And then the acorn I will redraw also. And then that's most of the graphics for this little level done and dusted. Let's see here. It status. Git status. Git commit. Oak tree more. Drawing. Tired help. I thought it said I did wrong command. Okay, that's it for today. And I will see people after. I will see. Some of this look inappropriate. Close it. It's a family show. I will see some of you after Christmas sometime. Maybe like I said, I will try to release the game on itch to begin with in January, and I still need to do some graphics, add some sounds, and just test it a lot. And then if you buy the game on itch in January, you will also, well, if you buy the game on itch at any point, I will also put in the whole source code with all the assets and all the Odin code if you want to have a big Odin project to look at and stuff. So, yeah, that's that. Have a nice, merry, merry, merry Christmas. I'll see you some other time. Bye now.